Feel most welcome to today's episode. Today we are focusing on one Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States of America, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ginsburg, who was famously known as Notorious RBG, died of cancer at the age of 87 to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol. 34 men have been so honored since 1852.
People ask me, don't you feel uncomfortable being with a name like the notorious B.I.G.? Why should I feel uncomfortable? We have a lot in common.
It means, according to Wikipedia, lying in state is the tradition in which the body of a dead official is placed in state building, either outside or inside a coffin. If we talk about outside a coffin, what we saw the late President Daniel Arap Moi being lying in state at the parliament buildings. So that is to lie instead. So this is to allow the public to pay their respects. It traditionally takes place in principal government building of a country, a state, or a city. Yes, that is to lie in state. It's a new concept to most of us, but we saw it happen. In case if the person is or the viewing in a location other than a principal government building, that is called lying in repose. Lying in repose. That is when the body is being viewed elsewhere other than main government buildings. So from this Wikipedia, you can see Mahatma Gandhi lying in state. So he was lying in a particular government building somewhere in India. So that is two main concepts which you will remember from this episode. That is lying in state and lying in repose. Lying in repose. We are going to look at some of the big milestones he made during her career in the judiciary. First, before the notorious RBG, women couldn't open a bank account without a man co-signer. So, which means that women could not be part of a mortgage in the US. This means women's rights have been violated for many years. The second item is that Ginsburg in 1996 made it unconstitutional for schools funded by taxpayers' money to pay women. So it was constitutionally okay to pay women from attending public schools before 1996 in the US. She is the first one to have supported the making of that practice unconstitutional. Further, she helped women make strides towards equal pay in various cases. She protected pregnant women in the workplace from 1972 when Ginsburg argued that excluding a pregnant woman from the Air Force is a sex discrimination. 50 years ago, it was common to be fired from their jobs for being pregnant. The next item is that she argued that women should serve on juries. That was 1979. When before that time, jury duty was optional for women in several states. She said, and I quote, "Women belong in all places where decisions are being made," end of quote. So she was a big defender, a big advocate of women's rights. She was a key force in granting same-sex marriages. She allowed queer women and the rest to enjoy their rights. Other key milestones: 1980, she became a federal appellate judge. 1993, that's 13 years later, she was named the Supreme Court judge or justice by the then President Bill Clinton. She became the second woman on the bench. Out of 9, there were 2 women. She fought for abortion access in civil rights. She's known for a bold dissent. In 2010, Ginsburg became the most senior judge of the Supreme Court of the United States. That is a brief history of the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Thank you very much for tuning in to this series. And before you leave, if you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.